am a golden god. I have ascended, left my mortal shackles, and become something more. Something
Hey man, can I get like a might seat? I really just, you know, can I?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
thank you.
Go, man.
All right.
Yeah, no,
right.
no worries. No worries.
Bye.
Okay. I am invincible! Hello, my fellow hunters, and welcome to my perfected, truly immortal Master Rank Iceborne build. And look, that is an exaggeration. I'm not trying to draw you in here with a fancy claim, but, you know, when you watch it, alright, it's tanky, but come on, immortal. No, I want to prove it to you straight away, alright? So what you're about to see is 5 minutes sped up of me literally AFK in the arena against Zenoga. Behold. You might be saying, well, your Palico was there giving you a figure wasp every now and then. And sure, but your Palico is a tool that's available to you, and let's be honest, if a single Vigor Wasp every 3 minutes or so is enough to literally be unkillable to something like Zenoga while AFK, I think that's pretty damn well done.
I'll allow it.
Especially given that Rocksteady isn't a benefit here. This doesn't help. It just means I can get hit more and more and more and more. The percentage is meaningless when stacked on top of how much I am already reducing damage in this build. It's just a handicap not having the knockdown invincibility frames. So, how is this all done? Well, it is a beautiful combination of 3 new monsters to Iceborne. And this is the base set. 2 pieces of Blackveil Val Hazak, 2 pieces of Gold Rathian, and a little bit of Ishvalda to finish things off. Oh, and yeah, that is a max rank defense charm. Again, you really need to see the blacksmith's face when I asked him to upgrade that.
A defense charm? Is that a real thing?
But before I, put in the decorations and show you just what goes where, I want to tell you what is new in Iceborne that lets this immortal build absolutely blow the old high rank one out the water, and it is 3 main changes, or, well, additions. Number 1 is defense has been buffed. It now gives you 10% more defense as well as just a flat amount and some elemental goodness at max rank. This is incredibly effective. It's almost a stack of Fortify. Then we have the new Rathian 2 set. This lets you have Divine Blessing up to rank 5. That is a 60% reduction in damage that triggers basically constantly, on top of the new augment system letting you go to a level 4 defensive augment, which gives you a separate, independent, high activation Divine Blessing that can happen instead of the Rathian one, or on top of it, adding their reductions together, making hits, well, and because of modding, you can now also have a weapon that has nearly 100 defense on it, which is like a 6 armor piece itself. You also want specifically a weapon that is rare 10 for maximum augment slots and ease of augmenting. You also want a weapon that comes with defense and that has at least 2 slots. So for me, Baroth Great Edge is perfect. Also, look at that just natural defense with this set before anything even happens.
Dear God, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's just a wonderful combination that we add on top of Val Hazak's permanent healing 2 set, the fact that all 5 pieces are, well, Elder Dragon-y or that equivalent, so their raw defense is really high and max upgraded. Well, actually, that's a lie. I don't have access to Tempered Elder Dragons yet, so this can get even more defensive, but really, it just doesn't need to. So, without any further ado, this is how the decorations end up panning out. You want max of all 3 of the health skills, of course you do. You want more raw health to work with, as it's worth a ridiculous amount when you're taking this little damage. You want to heal that red super quick, and then of course you want to start powering up because of the Valhazark set. Then we just want to find as much defense as possible once we have finished off our Divine Blessing. So of course rank 7 defense is the key here, and then we pack in some element resist level 3 just because that adds more raw defense. The speed eating is just a bonus, and really we just want a lot of slottage to get all this done while still using the armor that we need, which is why the Ishvalda legs were so helpful. They give you a rank of defense, which is good, they have highest base armor, which is great, and they have 3 slots to work with, which is excellent. God, I love adjectives! Then I threw in some stun resist, because I kinda could, obviously. I mean, it's fine to be stunned, you're still going to take damage anyway. Fortify is there because once you die twice, you start nearing 1600 defense, and that's super fun times 2. And look, I have really gone overkill just to prove the point. You could certainly dial this back a little bit and have a more balanced approach that still leaves you very much in a sound place defensively. And also, I love how good it looks. I call it the Golden Bride. It really is just magnificent. All the pieces work together so well to say it's 3 different monsters. Ah, we don't need to talk about the weapon, though. And if I had to describe this build in a nutshell,
I am eternal.
So here is a slightly more offensively tooled one, which lets you just beat on the monster with absolute reckless abandon as you have to try really hard to die. It's kind of tricky for Greatsword because you need your focus, you need your handicraft, you need your affinity, so getting all of that is difficult without dropping the main, kind of immortalness, but most weapons can do it. You can also drop the Valhazark pieces, just rely on the defense and the Divine Blessing and your health augment and just power through, which is totally viable as well. There's a lot of space for activities, and as your 4-slot decoration grows, it's going to get even stronger because you'll end up in situations where you combo crit boost and weakness exploit and affinity with the healing skills that you need. Hell, with defense too. I have overcapped defense here because there's just not a nicer way for me to socket it. So this build's ceiling is, well, cosmic. What we have here is a set that has every single defensive capability in the game that combines together to render you essentially unkillable while AFK. So imagine how unkillable this makes you if you're actually playing a little bit. Like, it is silly. Oh, and by the way, after just over 5 minutes, Savage Devil Joe gave up and just walked away. So, ha! Alright guys, that'll do. Have some fun with this, because, oh, it is fun. Like you enjoyed it, subscribe for more. I'll see you soon. I'll be back with some Pelico goodness. Oh yes, a goodbye.
Rage Gaming with the video float.
But that's all that's really relevant at the mo, but I'm still gonna leave this up so you patrons know that I love you even though the outro's no longer that kind of relevant. But the new one's being worked on and it's gonna be a truly badass song, and don't worry, I won't be doing any rapping on it. I'm gonna go now. This was shit.